Welcome everybody. Zen Diamond. A little glitchiness. When did you sleep? I didn't really sleep yet, honestly. I mean, I have a hard time. I'm adjusting still, right? I just switched to a 2 stream, so because I have to go meditate with my friends at 4, and so I decided. So it's different whenever you have to do something when you're going to sleep, you know what I mean? So I'm adjusting to see, okay, maybe if I have something to do the next day, I would have just to go, like, instead of ending the stream at like 6:30, I could end the stream at 5. Yeah. And again, it's still like a crazy time, I know. Like, wait, what? And I think if you're a doctor or a nurse, you're kind of like, yeah, that's just how it is. I'm trying to use my life, so it's all good. I kind of sign up for. Sometimes I see the master doesn't sleep. Now, I do my best to take care of myself. It's just whenever you adjust to a new schedule, it's a lot more difficult than to just saying adjust, new schedule. When you hear new schedule, it's like, right, imagine the 10 hours was difficult, so I had to tone it down to 11 hours. So instead of doing 10 hours straight, I actually ended up doing 12 hours. Or is it 10? No, I still did 10 hours. Yeah, 11 hours. Yeah. My goal is 11, really. 6 at night, 5 in the morning. Or 4 in the morning. And then 6 at night. But whenever the energy is good, like last night, were y'all here? There was like 1,005. There was I was just hanging out and 1,500 people were here. Right, I wasn't doing singing. Usually the reason people like what we do in here is singing bowls. But whenever I stopped doing singing bowls and started talking, people still stayed. So something's working out because we're reaching 100,000 followers. Whatever that means. That's another milestone. And people were asking deep questions. I think we had 2 raids on the Twitch yesterday. People were pleasantly surprised at what we were doing in here. Like, oh wait, y'all are actually helping people? Yeah, so instead of just doing bowls alone, what I started doing was guiding meditation. So whenever I guide meditation, people become more familiar with my tone of voice. And then it allows me to say more. Right, because if your meditation style has no talking, when you start talking, people get pissed off. But when you're just talking the whole time, well, not the whole time, like, 60% of the time, I'm like, breathing in, be aware you're breathing in. People get used to it. And then when it's time for me to feel like talking, they got used to it because there's some dude that talking already, which works in my favor because sometimes I don't want to do meditation music. I'm just trying to hang out, you know. When you stream 5 or 6 hours straight, you don't want to do 6 hours of meditation music. You're trying to play some flutes, trying to say hi, trying to guide some meditation, try to answer some questions. Welcome, Sister Mira, Vivian, Santiago. So, kind of running on coffee. No, I laid in bed and then I did get, my body got rest. It's just my mind did not get that much rest. But luckily, I don't use my mind very much on here. I just kind of do my best to pay attention, to absorb information. The information flows to the heart. So my mind sees it, but I answer with my heart anyway. So that's why it's just more about balance, right? Balance. Balance. So at around, in about a couple hours, I had to go meditate with my friends. That's one of the reasons I couldn't sleep, because, man, my wife tells me I don't use my brain. I mean, that's cute, I guess. Happy wife, happy life. You already know. That's a sign of love. It's like they might judge you for it, but that's what they like about you. Because they can do the thinking and you just kind of, you know, it gives each other a purpose and a role. Yeah, after the meditation, I'm going to take a nap for sure. How do you learn to grow spiritually? Follow your heart. Follow your intuition and your heart. Answer your own questions. And stay true to yourself. Be so honest to yourself, it hurts your ego. Most people aren't that honest to themselves because their ego doesn't like the truth. I learned that, damn, you can be so honest to yourself that your ego doesn't like it. That's how you know you're working with the heart, right? If you're not that honest to yourself, there's no ego and your ego won't even notice a thing. But whenever you're so honest to yourself, this thing goes, damn, that's effing true. That's how you know you're actually a real one. So that's whenever I was so honest to myself that my ego didn't like it, I was like, okay, there's something here. That's why it's hard to teach people who aren't willing to have genuine, like who don't have integrity with themselves. Because sadly, a lot of people will lie to themselves so that they can maintain their egoic ideology of not happiness. Yeah, self-honesty is the key to progress. And the thing is, when people aren't willing to be honest, sometimes you have to drop the hammer on them with the truth that they don't want. Then that's why many people get pissed off at me initially, and then they realize, okay, there's some sense that it actually makes sense. I just don't like that the truth hurts. Welcome to the teacher life. Especially, right? Because a lot of people believe they have wisdom, which they do, but in some areas they don't. And they think they know better, but they don't have the results. They just think they know better, but they keep being miserable, or they keep getting into toxic relationships. Well, then do you actually know about it if you have no results? That's why you have to be really picky about who you listen to, or else you become misguided. That's my blessing. I'm really picky to find a good teacher. I don't just listen to anybody. But if I know you for a while and you've been coming to the community, I know you, right? Because you hang out around here a lot. So I trust you more the more you show up and the more you show you have wisdom. But if you don't, right? And so that's how we build online friendship and relationship, because you actually say something. But for the people who like don't talk and then they drive by and they just blurt something quickly and then, right, to show that they have wisdom and wit, I'll listen gently. But, communication, it requires trust. Right? If you don't trust a person, you don't want to listen to everything, because I made the mistake of listening to the people who I don't really know before. And even the people I do know, but they don't have results. So there's a lot of layers on how to operate your life, who you should listen to. But luckily, when you meditate, you have a better BS detector. BS, right? You're like, BS, BS. And then I just go the other way. But I give people many chances before I realize, wait, what the what's going on here? Tripping again. You tripping again? Right before I realize, okay, it's around 4. I listen to people like 4 times before I realize, okay, because I don't want to have that kind of relationship with people, but it's just when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. But you have to be gentle with that process. After 4th time, like, they just don't have faith. They're just somebody who's constantly closed-minded. I want them to be open-minded, but you can't pry their mind open, right? But you can be a great inspiration, but maybe that great inspiration is not you. Maybe their great inspiration is somewhere else, someone else, but they want to hang out with you and they don't really want to be here. And so that's when you realize, oh, they're here with an agenda. That's usually a lot of people, they think they're better than you, so they hang around you to try to always trump you over, right? Try to be above you, but they don't want to build their own community to mentor and guide people. So they just ride on the things you've created. Because laziness. Welcome, Michael. Rob is here. How do you handle BS? Well, first, you want to be like, it's the same way, right? When you see BS, the people who BSing, oftentimes they're not trying to, but the ones that are trying to BS, you have to have a good detector, because some people, they're there to trigger you, right? And so the more you pay attention, the more you know how to react to some people. Some people are here to troll. Some people are there to insert their religious agenda or political agenda. So that's why you have to have discipline in what are your principles and values, right? Like in this community, we don't do politics, but we'll talk about the idea of politics, right? We respect religion, but we don't want people just, trying to convert people in the community, because it's not a religious community. So we have to have, but we respect that, they love Jesus. Nothing wrong with that. It's when they try to assert their ideology here that has nothing to do with one love, that unifies, but it's more about getting people to come to their side. And some people are just so damaged and have a big ego, and you just have to have good moderators. Or a fast finger, like, oh, what the? Yeah, no spamming. You're right. Oh, Diane is frazzled again. Well, she'll be here soon. You should, I should just tell her to come to the live stream. I'm live right now. It's all good. Let's do D major pentatonic here. How about a little lo-fi? Lofi. Not too bad. Sounds like a shamanic soundscape. That's the kind of stuff I love. You mix the synthesize. That would be like, if I went on tour, that would be my genre right there, because it's just playful and danceable, right? You could dance to that. Ecstatic dance though, yeah. You could use any more. Which is, but that style is more like a child style. Baby angel style, yeah? We are the colors of planet Earth. Thank you, Elena, Nikki, Azalea. Was it Tuesday? Happy Tuesday. We got James. Shout out to you, United Kingdom mates. I mean, my lads. Lad and laddies. That's Scottish? Oh. Oops. Mates. Okay, fine. The trolley gang. It's British and Australian. Okay, so mates will work. Okay, thank you, sister. It's still proper. Thank you, Heather. Lads, mates, trolley gang. It all works, yeah. I've been meditating through work, pulling up your nightly lives. True, the bowls sometimes knock me out at my desk. Bro, that's why I can't do too much bowls. And I think guiding meditation while doing the bowls make me able to do the bowls longer because, you know, but it depends on which bowls, you know. If I start doing the antiques, right, the lower frequency, you're like, oh, what the... Be careful. Don't drop the phone on your face, okay? No guillotine. You're gonna have to wear a helmet while watching the stream in the future just because you're so relaxed, you know? Don't watch me while you're driving. Like, oh, unless we're doing lo-fi, you know, no problem. TikTok's been glitchy because you know, the update's coming. September is like a, will it get banned? You know. Well, hey, you know what? At least we're gonna hit at least we're gonna hit 100K before that time. So whatever happens, great. It's been a great journey. Motorcycle helmet with a face shield, yeah. Looks like a football helmet. Yeah. My son got rid of all his alcohol and starting a difficult road to sobriety. Well, your son can also come hang out here from time to time to listen to the music, you know. Or if you hear some good music, you can send him. He's gonna need supportive community. Right, now that the video tube isn't like pushing me out on the vertical stream anymore, like vertical live stream, now I'm gonna go back to creating more long form. But the good thing is there's going to be a mixture of guided meditation and flute music. Right, so people really like, because when the lo-fi really confuses people. So that's why I'm reducing the lo-fi, and I'm going to just make more cinematic sound healing vibe, you know, which is just more cinematic. It's still relaxing, but when you throw the it was like, wait, what? I think they're gonna extend it again. But if, you know, I mean, even the last time, I just, you know, do my best to continue the mission, right? Doesn't matter if there's local, Mystic Village, online, and then, you know. Luckily, I'm not the only one live streaming around here. Right, everybody's Mystic Village whenever you help people. That's what it's about. Being a good servant. Yeah. 'Cause to me, I trust the universe, you know. That's how I got this far, at least. One door closes, another one open, you know. It's not the end. It's just the beginning. Yeah. I'm sharing with you all, you know, whatever we do in here, I'm teaching you and sharing you the charisma I think that's the key to really being a good host, having charisma and a good flow, and knowing when things, like knowing how to deal with energy not flowing well, and paying attention to the well-being of the community. Your guest is the right. Your guest is the priority. It's not me. Right? If I'm priority, I just don't even stream. Right? When you're good, now you want to be a good host and a good servant. And so if they're not inspired, you gotta do your best to inspire people, right? By exploring what's possible. That's why you see me explore so many different dimensions of sound. It could be the handpan, so many. And also it's because I like it. I'm trying to get some of these sounds. But doing it in a way that people enjoy it, right? Maybe I like to make trap from time to time, but not all the time. It's just fun to I'm just glad we got the piano vibes because it's so good for talking and chilling, right? They say Mr. Roger vibe. Even though I never watched Mr. Roger because I didn't grow up in America. I grew up watching Barney. I didn't even understand the Muppet people. Right? Sesame Street. I was almost like I was on the edge of Sesame Street. I'm like, this is weird, actually. I thought Barney was weird. Like, this is not really that interesting. I was more driven to Power Ranger. But Power Ranger was not on in the middle of the day. You know? What was on in the middle of the day? Judge Judy, Judge Joe Brown. I grew up watching a lot of Judge Judy, actually. Yo, shout out to Judge Judy. Adventure Time. Yeah. Okay, who was that leaving? Sister Cece. Barney says, can I ask something? You're always welcome to ask anything. If it's appropriate, of course. You know, you gotta say that just because it's the nature of the internet. Jerry Springer and Maury show was there. And it was the most interesting thing on. Right? And like, sometimes you don't want to watch Judge Judy at it again. You know what I mean? Like, Judge Judy at it again. Judge Joe Brown. Thank you, sister. Have a good day. when you queued up Shi Heng Yi. Shi Heng Yi, who's that? Cops. That was late night. I'm talking about middle of the day. I'm talking about towards the evening time. There's more interesting things to watch. You know what I mean? During midday, man, there's not a lot. Oh, Shi Heng Yi, is he the Shaolin monk guy? Oh yeah, yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's interesting. It's just when I see his energy, I don't walk that same path. Right? Whenever you kind of see who resonates with you, and I just didn't really resonate. I resonate more with Thich Nhat Hanh. It's more, you know what I mean? More mystical. I honestly want to say I just follow more mystical teachers who I feel energy just from the way they live their life. When I see spiritual teachers on podcasts too much, sometimes it's like, why aren't they with their community? That's what makes me, okay, do they have a community? What's going on? Are they like a social media monk, or what's going on? Like Sadhguru, he on social media, like, oh, does he have a community? But so, yeah. I used to listen to Sadhguru a lot to see, like, you know, but until I found Sadhguru led me to finding Thich Nhat Hanh, and when I found Thich Nhat Hanh, no more Sadhguru. Because whenever the wisdom is delivered, there's not much to say, but just the way you say it, you learn from the person rather than what they say too. Like the way they say it, you learn a lot from just that time. Who's the one teacher, Osho or something? The one that never looks like sober? Like he's always in another dimension. Is it Osho? That's why I can't listen to teachers who, like, it's one reason I may be more reluctant to listen to, what's his name again? The one that the channeled message, Bashar. I need people who are like grounded on planet Earth, right? They can share their life. Yeah. Grounded in reality, because we live here, and if their brain is in another dimension while talking. Now I get it, sometimes it happens, but if your whole identity becomes more from another channeled state, then it's not grounded in this reality, which is why I stopped following Abraham Hicks, because people become attached to the way people deliver message, but they don't end up right. They're more like they follow that kind of speaker, but don't apply the things they speak. It just sounds good, and you feel like you're in on the teaching, and rather than become a practitioner, right? Because it's really good for you to become a practitioner. That's just my opinion. Again, I'm very picky. Let's see here. The more I focus on my breath, I could feel my muscles melting into the chair. So absolutely, thank you for that advice, Michael. Made me feel so grounded, but then all of a sudden it stopped. We're not here to be attached to melting muscle. We're here to keep our energy grounded and use our life. That's why you can get attached to meditative practices and bliss. We're not here to be attached. We're here to use that to, if your life has high stress, you balance it with bliss, but you're not here to be attached to the bliss. Nothing is permanent except change. When we become attached to the bliss, we suffer because it comes and goes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing is, you are my teacher, right? Every day that I stream, you come here and you teach me, you know. Right? Everything's your teacher at the end of the day. Saying that is one thing, but then not actually doing it is another. Right? I mean, that's why I follow the people who practice with result. Some people know a lot about spirituality, but they don't practice it. That's why I can't be around too many people who because you can tell them by the fruits, you know. You can see by their fruit. You can judge people by the fruits, right? And so when they're fruitful in happiness, then that's like, okay, shoot, what's up? I want to learn from you. Right? Or whatever the quote is. Are you going to be on live later? Yes, tomorrow I have to do Unity, so I might end tonight at like maybe 5 a.m. Yeah. Because a lot of people they know a lot of stuff, but if I don't see result, I don't see consistency, I don't listen. Right? Because a lot of people are on the spiritual path, but they don't show up enough to grow with you. So it's hard for me to just listen when I don't know you too. Yeah. But when we hang out a lot, you teach me a lot, because through being together a lot, we gain more respect and more love. Right? Because we have time for each other to like engage in things, not just somebody who comes by and type some quotes from time to time. Yeah. The audio's too good to be live, huh? I get it. Why would somebody put this much effort? Yeah. Alright, just turn on your phone, talk to it. Why have the best audio quality and all these things? Again, so whenever I'm really bluntly honest with people, it does trigger some people because I don't follow, let me just say it, I don't follow fluffy spiritual talks that have no result and no practice. That's it. I just need results. A lot of people know a lot of books because I have friends in the past who read a lot of books but no result. They just read more effing books. No result still. So I had to, my teacher told me, all these, a lot of people, they love to read the cookbook, but they never do the cooking. Huangbo, Bodhidharma, right? They'll go read this and that, but they don't practice what they read. They just know a lot about the practice. They know a lot about Buddhism. They know a lot, but they never do the cooking. They just read more cookbook. Boom. I stopped hanging out with those. I stopped connecting with those type of practitioners, which helped me to grow rapidly. Sadly, those students got mad at me because I stopped talking to them for like a whole year because the master's the one who showed me that's what it looks like to read cookbook. You talk a lot, but no result. One thing that keeps me coming back is how often my ego gets checked, says James. And that's why I follow my own master and teacher, because he's good at that too. He says every day he checks his ego. If you're not constantly checking your ego, you might be operated by your ego. Right? It might already own you and you don't realize it because you don't constantly check. That's why I'm always constantly checking my ego. Because you have to. If you want to stay humble, loving, kind, patient. Because is being triggered caused by ego? It's not as simple as saying that. I mean, generalizing, you can say that, but oftentimes it's because of something in the past. You know what I mean? Like something happened in the past that you're not healed. Like maybe you don't like it when people tell you what to do because your family used to always tell you what to do and it annoys you. Right. And so when someone tells you what to do, you get offended, but you don't realize the reason you get offended is not them. It's you got that from your, like, growing up with your family, which is an attachment to, right, to how things should be. Yeah. So it's many reasons. Some people had PTSD from war, right? They see something, right? And then they see something in the battlefield and they come here, they watch a movie, right? Something negative happens, it triggers them. They haven't, instead of learning to let go, because what they saw is so traumatic, because letting go can be difficult. It's difficult when you see traumatic things. So instead of learning to let go of that, oftentimes we drink, smoke, and snort, or whatever people do to escape the trauma. And it's chasing the dopamine is a really powerful. So that's why video games are a huge escapism, like, trap. Because you can play video games forever. Like Call of Duty has, like, I don't even know how many series of, like, first-person shooter games. You could just play it forever and not really, like, check in on your emotional health, mental health. and then you drink Red Bull and energy drinks to play the games too, so you can just cover up everything and not realize you have a bunch of triggers and buttons that are unhealed, and then you have people who are unhealed just roaming around, and out of nowhere at any moment somebody could accidentally press the button. And guess what? You're more likely to get that button pressed when you're not sober. Right? So when people road rage, what do you think happens? Somebody pressed that button without realizing it. Welcome, Sister Dory. We have Debbie and May. Yeah, whenever you become serious about healing, you have to be around people who are also on the same page as you, because there's no room for like non-commitment. I mean, there is room, right? You just have to know your role, right? Like, I don't expect every moderator to all do the same thing. Some are good hosts, some are really good helpers, some are good at being, some are good at supporting people in different ways. You just find the thing that you're good at and do that, right? That's why I'm here. I find what I'm good at, I do that, right? You just have to find what you're willing to do and just do your part. Right? I don't expect, anything really. Like some like Sister Christy likes to, say hi to people and like check in on them privately, right? Now you're not obligated to. It's just that's what she enjoys, right? Some are like very welcoming when people come in because that's what they enjoy, right? Some guide people to breathe because that's what they're inspired by. Just do whatever you're inspired by. Right? Some people are more informative about what kind of flute this is or what kind of flute that is. You just have to do the thing you enjoy and be excellent at your part. Right? Some of us are a huge mess up. Yeah. Oh, that's why I said do the best that you can. Yeah. Your best is good enough. I'm a survivor. You can't read the text. Let me see here. Because I thought the text was down here. Because I look on my phone. Let's see here. I guess the keyboard's white. There, that probably help. Let's see, maybe get everything to be more orange. Let's see here. Not too bad. Let's do it blue like that. See how that is. Yeah, no, it's just this. Oh, there we go, yeah. Not too bad, though. This is my room divider, you know? If it's really bad, I can adjust here. What's your advice on anger management? Face it. Take your time and write down what you're angry about so you can see clearly what you're pissed off about. Sometimes we got so much going on we don't know what to deal with. Start with one thing at a time and just start looking at that list. And realize that's in your damn head and you want to let that go. You don't want that life anymore. But before you realize what's going on, you got to write it down so you can see, damn, I hate my father still, or I hate my coworker, my boss is an a-hole. Like, damn. So there's people who are angry have more to complain about than to be thankful about. So their life becomes, more angry because they're focusing on everything else that's not positive. It's just complaints. Don't want to break it. Right, remember, I always share a quote from the Buddha. Anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at somebody. You end up burning yourself, but you want to throw the coal at somebody. Anger is like drinking poison, expecting the other person to die. Like, damn. Right? The anger is what poisons you, but you want to poison other people, but you're the one taking the poison. And here's another quote. You will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. The anger is not what caused you to suffer, right? But it's not the consequences of the anger. You already got the consequences by just choosing anger. That makes sense. Right? That's what made me more open to the teachings of the Buddha. Because I'm like, word. Last night you said give ourselves permission to be happy. Yeah, I'm trying. I didn't really sleep that much yet, but luckily I have another opportunity to sleep because I have to go meditate with my friends in about an hour. And so I'm figuring out how to like make this work. What's a good time to, So adjusting takes time. So, but I like to aggressively adjust because I ain't got time to waste. Not making peace, but being peace. Yeah. I kept trying to start practicing, but bit off more than I can, which I realized about spiritual ego. Yeah. And when I first started meditating, I tried to meditate 20 or 30 minutes and I would never start. Because those times were too long. My ego goes, yeah, I'm going to meditate 30 and 15 minutes. I'm like, man, I don't even want to meditate 15. Well, what's a good number? 10? How about 8 minutes was my beginning? I'm like, man, if I can't sit here for 8 minutes, then I don't really want it that bad. You could go down to 5. To me, I stop at 8. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, your back is hurting after 5 minutes. Then lean on the wall. Get a cushion and sit on the cushion. You have to improve your technique, right? In the beginning, you want comfort, right? It reduces the strain on your lower back that you sit on a cushion. But after a while, some people become attached to the cushion. But eventually I learned to let go of the cushion. That's why I have the cushion back here, but I don't even sit on it. It's just sometimes I use it because the gravity pushes on my skin for a long time, and days of sitting in the same spot, not good for my skin. So I have that cushion to relieve some pressure, and grateful for it. I'm trying to break this pattern. Which pattern? And having, using Insight Timer, the app, helps you to stay on track with it. And you have to know your why. Like, why do you want to meditate? Like, what's the goal you're trying to achieve? Right. And don't stop till you achieve it. Right? I was more inspired by the mystical. This is carpet, but then I have a Japanese, tatami mat, or it's just a bamboo mat here. I'm less to me, I'm not trying to be comfortable because I tell people, the discomfort helps me to stay focused here for hours. Right. So for example, when I'm sitting here, sometimes my leg hurts. To me, that's a good thing because that means it's going to help me focus. When you're too comfortable, guess what? Right. If I got a chair, lean back. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Mystic Village. Hi, man. Right. But whenever you have good posture and it's not comfortable, you focus a lot better. That's really hard for people to understand for some reason. I don't, do y'all not get that? I start seeing people just ignore that comment a lot, That little discomfort goes a long way. I'm not in agonizing pain. It's just a little discomfort. And if it gets bad, guess what? I stretch my legs and relieve the pressure. Ta-da! Ooh. Childhood trauma and parents' pattern take over. Let's see here. I think it's because of the image I have of myself as a mom. I'm trying so hard not to let my childhood trauma and parents take over. See here, she said. This is what you call societal programming, right? We've been raised to think, how should men and women be? How should mothers and fathers behave? And right, there's some standards to life, but sometimes those standards go against our happiness. You just have to have common sense to see what's healthy and what's not healthy. And sometimes you don't fit the mold of what society suggests how parents should be, but just make sure, do what works for you, right? As a mother, as a father, do what works for you. And yeah, that's it. Nobody's perfect. And sometimes you get a lot of pressure from you. A lot of times it's because it's pressure from your own parents. They have a lot of expectations from you. That's why learning to just live your life is the best way, because your parents cannot live your life. They want the best for you, but they don't know you like you know you, because you're you. Right? But they'll do that because sometimes they pressure us because they're scared that we're gonna fail. So it's a fear-based expectation that doesn't make anything better. They're just scared we won't succeed, which is fear-based like response or support. And so do the best that you can. Do the best that you can. Do the best that you can. Luckily, I failed a lot, right? Trying to fit myself into these standards. I just kept failing what they expect out of me. So which is why I was depressed for so many years, because I just could not achieve the things they expected me to. Then I realized, well, why don't I just live life for me? Why don't I make decisions that make me happy rather than focus on making my parents happy? Why don't I go for my dreams rather than what people are suggesting? And this is why I ended up this way. Yeah, I just decided, my parents cannot live my life. And I tried listening to their advice, and my life didn't turn out very well. Well, why don't I just listen to my own heart? Go for what I want. Then I realized earlier on, I eventually realized I never asked myself, what do I truly want? I always ask, what choices do I have to make sure my parents do my parents approve of me, And so instead of learning to be happy with my choices, I was living with a filter called parental expectations, right? How it should be, which made me miserable because they don't know me. I mean, they know me, but they don't know how I feel on the inside. They just want the best for me as a child, right? As parents or whatever. Again, I wouldn't be on this path if my life worked out well. I ended up in college, I'm a business professional, and everything was perfect. I'm a good Asian boy, make parent proud, buy them stuff after a while, get married, make them proud again. I just kept failing everything. Right? I just felt like, what does your son do? Oh, he's still in college. 6 years later, he's still like, wait, what the? So I felt like such a huge disappointment because most people, my children are graduated and have a job now. My child's lost in life. Like, they, you know, it's all, like I felt a lot of shame for being a failure. Right? So before I even found a spiritual path, I was failing so much to where I just gave up and got a job at a restaurant, right? Just kind of, man, I don't know what to do in life. I'm just gonna go get a restaurant job and not think about it. And so I escaped through just, I wouldn't say, I just went and got a, I just went to work at a restaurant. I didn't know what to do. I was thinking, man, instead of thinking I'm a failure, at least let me make some money. But I was working to escape my misery. So that job led me to more depression because I ended up overworking. I was working 6 to 7 days a week, driving 1 hour. Like it took me 30 minutes back and forth each day to go to work. And I was driving 80 miles per hour to work every day, going through 3 tollways. So my life was so unbalanced, right? I was driving so much. I was racing people on the way to work. And that was my life for like maybe 3 years. Then when I got really depressed and heartbroken, I found a club and then I was introduced to like MDMA, and that's when my life spiraled out of control. I didn't sleep very much. I was just, you know. Yeah, I started going to the club and buying people drinks. I was buying everyone drinks because I was working a lot, but I didn't have any plan for my money. So I just have money just randomly everywhere because I wasn't wanting to work for money. I just worked because I didn't know what else to do with my life. And I wish, and my parents did the best they could, but it's hard to mentor when you don't really know how to deal with such a, sometimes you just don't know what to do. So I don't blame anybody. It's just my life ended up, I'm just glad I'm alive. I didn't sleep, I didn't get good sleep for months. Just like, that's why when I told people I looked like a zombie, literally I was looking like I didn't sleep very much because I didn't. Just like, all I did was just always look to go, drop some more tabs, do some more substance. And eventually I quit my job to just go do substance, which was the nail in the coffin for my spiritual awakening. I quit my job to just do substance, and then I got caught up. My blessing was I ran out of money to do substance. Right, I was doing substance every other day because you need 1 day to recover, and so I was just doing it every other. Yeah. You became homeless. Yeah. Stay center, brothers, sisters. When's the next full moon? Because recently the energy has picked up heavily. When's the next full moon? September 7th. That's why I'm like, the energy is picking up. What the? And I think this is the beginning of a new like astrological cycle, right? Like the calendar ended and the new calendar's beginning. And you hear the Jumanji. Dun, 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 dun. The eclipse is coming. You hear that? Oh shoot. Welcome, kind of love. Thank you. So imagine this. Recently, the energy has been like since 2 days ago. It picked up already. I already knew the full moon was coming. But damn, the ramp is far. Like, Saturday too. Full moon on a Saturday night. Popping bottles in the ice like a G6. Like a na. Full moon party. I just want to let you know some news. Next year, I will not be on for 2 months. Because I'll be in Vietnam with my wife. We're going to have a tea ceremony and also / honeymoon because we didn't, just saying this is gonna be around what, June, July. So Sister Christy and Grace and Cece and Transcend has this, right? Y'all got it. Right, Mystic Villagers. Y'all got it. Arrow eyes. You got arrow eyes. I'm about to send Arrow Eyes a singing bowl. I'm just deciding which one. I got, let's see, 2 options here. 2 options. Either this one, because you have to give him some credit, He streams consistently. It's hard, right? I respect that. He streams a lot, right? He's actually like, right? It's either this one, it's more antique, or this one. I guess I'll let him choose whenever it's time. Right, that's nice too. Because I have a lot of solar plexus already. I got 1, 2, 3. And then I have this one's easier to use. This one's harder to use, but the thickness of the middle allows the reverberation to be more dynamic. The sustain on this one. Welcome, Sister Alexandra. Right, that's a long sustain. But this is a bit more, right? The characteristics of the metal is different. Thinner. They're both good. It's just and if you cup it, more technical more technique. This one you can cup too. Can't cup too much. Maybe just one finger. Yeah, you would need like a hardwood mallet. Yeah, I'll be bringing like 1 flute or 2 flutes. Maybe I'll be making content for sure. Maybe, or it might just be one, maybe just. Maybe a 3D printed one, Nothing that would break. I'll be putting it in my carry-on for sure. So the 3D printed flutes, you can break it down, so that's why I think it's. Oh, thank you, Libra. And something cute like this. If I bring this, just because it's. Tiny. Yeah. Busted out. You need a quick energy clearing. Like, oh, what the? He's ready. Yeah. I like to be like that. Because I'm about that life. Like, shoot, I might even bring a singing bowl. You know? You know, like, shoot, I'm trying. Yeah. I'm married here in America, but we're going back to do a Vietnamese ceremony to honor the ancestors, and and we're gonna do a tea ceremony and basically meet her whole family. I mean, I spoken to her immediate family, but she, I've been married for like over 3 years now. Yeah, three years. But this is like in Vietnam. It's a different experience, right? The thing I'm excited about is going to some Vietnamese temples and also having honeymoon with my wife, of course, She I know this is like going to the beach with my wife or something, Okay, thank you, Loving the Great. I'm gonna be here for around another 15 minutes. Yeah. Yes, why not Thailand? Because I mean, that's what her family, like my family was here when we got married here. So, but her parents not. So it's more about, I'm not very traditional when it comes to marriage, but she is when it comes to like the ceremony, because she used to help. We actually both work in the wedding industry before. I used to be a wedding videographer and photographer, and she used to like help support with decoration, which is really interesting. And so, yeah, that's what she enjoys. And I enjoy it too, No, we met at the tea shop. She was in college and I was working as a wedding videographer. And then, yeah. So shout out to the tea. We both like tea. Yeah. She wasn't, what's funny? She was at that time in school for audio engineer. And I was a wedding videographer, and now she's a sign language interpreter, and now I'm doing this, and I'm trying to make this my full time. So and she's very supportive, it's just I like loose leaf. We both like loose leaf tea, but she likes boba. Boba. Yeah. She doesn't like boba, but she likes like going to the tea shop where they do have the boba. I also don't really like boba unless it's really good. I like egg pudding inside of my tea. And I like oolong, roasted oolong milk tea, pinky up. My wife likes what? Honey green milk tea or honey green jasmine milk tea. Half sugar, I don't like too much sugar, I'm trying to taste the tea, They put so much sugar it kills the tea. I'm like, I'm trying to taste the tea here. Everyone's different. Some people like more sweet. Some people add extra. Jasmine green milk tea. She needs the green tea. Yeah. But if but something that's above that would be an avocado durian smoothie. That's like my favorite thing. If they have an avocado durian smoothie, sign me up, coach, you know. And if they didn't have durian, I'll just take avocado smoothie. Right. Don't give me the basic stuff, okay? What you think? Hello, you don't see my pinky? It's vertical. I don't do basic tea, okay? Look. Yeah, matcha, see? Ceremonial matcha. Don't drink. I used to drink, when I didn't know better, okay? I used to drink culinary grade matcha. Why did I do that to myself? Now that I know better, ceremonial matcha. But not the top shelf, like middle shelf ceremonial grade. Right? Because top shelf it's not worth it. Let's just say it, okay? Top shelf is like your pinky's back here. You don't need your pinky back there, okay? Over here is enough. You don't need to break your pinky. Just up is enough. See? You don't need to. I got on not too long, about an hour and 47 minutes ago. But I'm about to leave in 15 minutes. Yeah. To go meditate with my friends. I have a group of friends who I've been meditating with for over 10 years, which is freaking astounding to say. Yeah. We've been meditating. One is a minister. One is like one now, you know, with the other one, you know, I was with him before the divorce and all these things. Right now he has a new partner and children, and so it's a beautiful thing to have long-lasting friendship. It's a meditation friendship that we have. So we get together and we just kind of talk about random stuff, and then we meditate after. We just take turn guiding meditation, and we do 3 rounds. Right, so he says whatever. Sometimes one would do like a Dr. Seuss riddle. I am the light, not here to fight, but to invite the love, the light, and grow my might, or whatever, right? It could be anything. Sometimes I'll sing a song. I'll bring a flute. Sometimes I bring a didgeridoo. One would be more like a scholarly, could be more like coming from a knowledge, right? It could be anything. It's just more about showing up for devotion. And, yeah. And sometimes we just talk so much we don't even meditate, because sometimes there's a lot of stress in one of our lives, and we're here to support. Right? One is like a super genius. One is, and they're both like one is like 54 and the other one is also 50, 58. So they're a lot older than me, and that's kind of how I like my friends, older. Because older people, like, I like to hang around with people who just get straight to the point. Don't beat around the bush. I ain't got time for that. If I not beat around the bush, I'll just go to the park. So they teach me a lot about how the life they come from, and I share them a lot about, right? Because I journey of the more mystical life, right? One is more of a maybe like a scholarly approach to spirituality with faith, I lead a lot with my heart and intuition. And so there's a good balance to the group. So you just have to know your role and be excellent at the role that you're blessed with, brothers, sisters. Right? Whatever your role is, mother, son, Uber driver, Amazon delivery person, doctor, nurse, just do the best that you can in the role that you're blessed with. And the world is a beautiful place when we are passionate about our part. Right? We need passionate people who are authentic, not just passionate only to market themselves, but just love what you do. Because some days, if you don't love what you do, you don't want to go to work, man. You don't want to go. But some days you're not going to want to, but if you love it, you're going to show up and do an excellent job still. Like no matter, even if I just stream for a short time, I'm going to show up and be the best that I can because I love what I do. Right? Like today, I'm streaming for 2 hours, but I'm not going to just not give it my all. I'm not going to just not try just because, just hang out. But make sure to take care of your body and mind. Sleep good. Please sleep good, brothers, sisters. It's a huge, When you sleep good, your body heals, your mind heals, and your day is better. But when you don't sleep good, just come hang out with me. We'll help you. Literally, that's why people come here all the time. To fall asleep. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, letting go of all your stress and worries. Thank you so much for my life. I have trouble sleeping. That's why I love listening to you. Thank you. Thank you, Denise and Regina. Do you believe that a person's face can tell so much about them? Not their face, their eyes. Like there's a vibe that you can feel for sure. Here's the thing, look. I can read you through the chat. I don't, right? But so imagine when I see someone in person, how much I really see. And the people who know that, they don't want to look in my eyes because I'm not here to judge, right? I'm here to help. But the people who know, when I see your eyes, I see through to your heart. I think most people can do that too, right? Or many people. And so through the chat, I can look at how you type, how you talk, your behavior. Yeah. Welcome, Philip. And the more I talk to you, the more you open. Because I'm doing this not trying to judge, but when you try to help, the universe help you see deeper, which is called insight and awareness, also known as intuition. Right? But I keep it humble because, right? I just keep it humble because everyone has this gift if you're willing to cultivate and unlock it, brothers, sisters. That gift is not exclusive to me. Everyone has that ability. You just need to meditate and be a good servant to humanity. And so in person, not only their eyes reveal, everything is energy. Right? The way you dress, the color you're wearing, that you brush your hair today, your smile, is this coming from an authentic place, or are you just smiling to block something? How you're breathing, are you breathing shallow? How tight is your neck? The thing is, as you pay attention, the universe shows you every detail. Because if I miss something, the universe will make sure I get the message. Because whenever you become a servant, right? If you need to know something, the universe will make sure you know. And sometimes I miss some things, and the universe will literally send somebody to tell me personally, or there's a message, right? Because there's a role that you're playing. Everybody has a role, brothers, sisters. Be a good servant to each other. That's how we can make the world a better place. Just care. But know when to stop caring also. Or else it drives you nuts to care too much. I knew you was the real deal over 15 months ago when you read my whole entire life to me. Well, it's the reason I don't do the card readings anymore, because it scared a lot of people how accurate it was. But the reason I also don't do it is because many people do nothing with the knowledge. So I don't use that technique anymore. Right? They get scared and do nothing, like, oh shoot, what the? Because the cards reveal a lot about what that person is doing and isn't doing. And people don't want to hear the things they're not doing, right? You want to be happy, but you keep focusing on sadness instead of happiness every day. Right? You want to help your family, but you haven't helped yourself yet. It hurts to hear that. So, because whenever I do card reading, you know what I'm really doing? I'm investigating what's really going on with your life. And the cards suggest what question I should be asking you. How's your children doing? Do you talk to them? Were your parents divorced or together? And it's intense because you know I'm really digging in. But now I don't do it because people use my name to scam people. So I just stopped doing it completely. Right, that's it. So now they can't use me to, but instead we can teach people how to live a better life without the cards. Yeah. Because you know why? If you just search, there's Guru Thanet 1, Guru Thanet 2, Guru Thanet 3, Guru Thanet 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's a lot of, like, they use ChatGPT to do card readings to try to get money from people. And I can't have that. So instead, goodbye card reading. Right? You just cut the issue. It's just a tool. The truth is I don't need the cards. People need the cards because it's fun, right? Ooh, he's reading it. And a lot of people get disappointed when they don't get chosen because the way I pick people for the cards in the past, pick a number between 0 and 100 and whoever gets the closest. And some people just like, man, you never do me. Because it ain't your time. And so they come to the stream just waiting for, is he going to do card reading? Is he doing card reading today? I'm like, are y'all even here to learn or are you looking for reading only? Right, when we're doing the card reading for other people, they don't pay attention. Because they think that reading is not for them, but that reading is for them too. They just don't realize it. Yeah, and then people get pissed off at me. Because some people come here for like weeks and weeks. And they still didn't get a card reading. Now they're angry. Goodbye card reading. Right? There's no link in the bio to get a card reading either. Like, can I pay for a card reading? I'm like, no, that's not how it works around here. Because if you pay for it, it changes what I do. It's not peer anymore. There's expectations. As a matter of fact, if they try to pay, it hurts more because they want to hear something good. And then when they hear something they don't want to hear, the ego gets hurt. Yeah, some people see it as black magic or whatever. Because they don't know, I get it. Some people use cards and just, it's more business. Definitely not for, for religious people. And also when I'm doing it, I'm using all the techniques that's ever been taught to me. And it, whenever you do that kind of work, you look a little weird because I'm blinking weird. I'm snapping. Right, because I'm constantly clearing my mind. Oh, guess what? I still do the same thing in a different way. I'm just doing it on a keyboard. Right, so doing this is another meditative form, whether you realize it or not. Right, when I'm doing it, and playing a different instrument, yeah, if you play from your heart. Right, like whenever I'm making music, that's why like people don't believe it. Literally the only songs I know is Hot Cross Bun and Mary Had a Little Lamb. The rest is just intuitively making music, right? So to them it's like, wait, what the? I don't know how to read notes. This is a handicap piano. Right, like it's assisted piano, it's a training wheel. Can any one of you talk to animals? The animal, they speak through the eyes and body language. Guess what? Human beings do the same thing. They talk through their body language and their eyes. And sometimes a little voice. So whenever you learn how to read energy, it's with everything. People may talk a certain way, but their body language and their eyes tell a different story. And so that's why people who are damaged, they like to hang out with me because they know I can see how they really feel without me having to ask too many questions. Because that's like my mom. My mom's like that. She knows. Like, you don't have to tell me how you feel. I already know. And they appreciate that because you know why? We don't need to talk as much, and we understand each other. Anyways, I have to go meditate at 4 p.m. Doesn't take me too long to get there, so I'll be back at 11:30 p.m. Central Time in Houston, Texas. We'll talk more. I'm gonna get a nap in so I can get deeper sleep. Here we go. Breathing in. Please love your damn self. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Lord, I thank you for sunshine. What's on here? Link in the bio. Bye.